Hi, welcome back to Repairing Lawnmowers for Profit. I've just picked this ginormous lawnmower up, this Honda HRD 536. I actually got this for £60. These are very, very expensive mowers, over £1,000 new of these. And this one doesn't look to be in too bad condition, but it was a little bit strange when I went to pick it up. They won't really give me a reason for sale, and no one wanted to particularly start it up for me, but for £60 I've taken a chance on this. So it's got a rear roller on as this, and I'm just hoping and praying that that works correctly. And it's also got a rotor stop clutch on. If you don't know what one of those is, basically when you press this button, pull this lever forward, it enables you to change the grass bag over and just empty it out without the actual motor running. What it does is it stops the blades from turning and leaves the engine running, so you ain't got to start it up and pull it over every time you change the grass bag. So I've actually had one of these a few years ago now. We had a big one of these back, because although it looked like it was working okay, actually the clutch had gone underneath, and when it got into longer grass, actually the blades didn't turn at all, so the clutch had completely gone underneath. So there's a few things I'm hoping are going to be alright, but this potentially could be worth quite a few pounds. This, even if I have to resell it for what I paid for it, I don't mind. So I'm going to start it up in a minute, and I'm not sure if they've been having troubles getting it running or starting or whatever. And honestly, I've not even pulled this thing over yet, so it's going to be as interesting to you as it is to me to see what we get. But first job is just to, obviously I always check the blades on straight and correct first. I'm just going to pull this over now, see what we get. So wish me luck. This could be some good money in this one. Right, let's have a go then. Sometimes there's a fuel tap on these, it's hidden away. Sometimes just worth having a look if you can't get it to fire. All these cables look a little bit, they've been a bit bent where someone's trapped them in the handle, which is a little bit annoying. Get this over onto choke. Still nothing. All cables feel okay-ish. Onto choke feels okay. Yeah, so not the best of starts. This recoil isn't really retracted very well either. I don't really want to put my back out too much. What I might just do before I do anything else is drain all this old fuel out, if it is old fuel, and put some fresh fuel in it. I can't actually hear a click on the micro switch when I'm pressing the handle here, so it could be the micro switch isn't releasing. General rule of thumb, Hondas, if you don't start first time, it probably ain't going to start, so I'm going to have a quick look around this and just see what we get. We'll give it a couple more goes first, just for luck. Okay, let's have a little play. There's not a real lot of petrol in this. I think first thing I'm just going to do is I'm just going to put a bit more in it, just fill it right up with some fresh stuff before I even attempt to do anything else. Right, let's give it another go. I always do these simple things. I always just spend 5 minutes trying to get it started before I start taking anything to bits. I've filled it up with fresh petrol now. See if we'll get any further this time. Right, so as you can see it's working. And what I'm saying about this is, with the rotor stop clutch here, is that if you're looking here, the engine's running, the blades aren't turning, as you can see there. So I've just put a bit of wood here holding this deflector up. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to press this down, push it against the handle, and I'm hoping these blades in here are going to start turning. You see, it's cut out there. It was idling, so it maybe should cut out at idle. But what I'm going to do is start it up again and leave it running at the right speed. And I'm going to push this rotor stop in and see if I can get these blades to engage. Hopefully they will. So what I'm going to do before I do anything else, as I've said, I've had one of these before, and the rotor stop looked like it was working well. And I need to get some thick grass, and I need to actually cut it and make sure that there's enough power left in these blades that when the clutch is working, it's actually engaging these blades. What happens is on these sometimes is that it does wear out, and you can have a real problem cutting through anything thick. As I say, I've had one return, and I really don't want that happening again on such a high value item really. So I'm going to take this onto some wasteland as I've done in the previous videos. I'm actually going to give this a real good test up and see what happens. So what I thought I'd do, just to show this mower's working okay, is just bring it out here and I'll cut some long grass with it. You can see here I've just actually cut a section here. I'm just going to start this up. It is a bit of a wet day today, so we'll see how it goes, but I'm just going to go down there and cut this grass and then come back. Start this up. Engage the blades, and then engage this drive, off we go. As I've said, it's quite a wet day today, but it's actually cut this okay. You can see here, it's by the wheels, it's quite wet. That's why I was only cutting half a strip at a time, or sometimes 3/4, but I don't want it to bog down underneath, that's all. I don't want it to cause any damage, but it starts, runs and cuts well. In good working order, cuts through thick grass. This basically was just to show that the rotor stop clutch is working as it should be, and it's still got enough power to cut through long grass even in damp conditions. I think what I'm going to do while I'm here actually is I'm just going to cut around here as well. Just tidy up a bit. It's my local area. Sometimes just do this bit just to keep it a bit tidy and having a good go with this mower. Make sure there's no problems with it. As you can see, just giving this a quick once over. Couldn't get it too short, but it's still a bit damp as I've said before, but it's looking a lot better. And I've just cut just cut a little path through to here so people can get through without treading too much. So as you can see, this is starting and driving and cutting really well indeed. And I just thought it'd be worth showing this. It's obviously it's a good test on a damp day as well for this lawnmower, which performed perfectly. As you can see, that was brilliant. That was absolutely perfect in every way really. I'm just wondering if whoever sold this has got this and not understood the fact, and it's understandable is this, that when you actually push this lever, I wonder if they've just been rolling the grass over this roller thinking it's not cutting very well. They've probably seen this and thought that they didn't remember it was to hold this closed, but if you don't press this and properly engage it, you have to press it right down. It doesn't engage the blades. Now I'm just wondering if they've got it and not really fully understood how to use it, which is, I suppose, understandable. When I first saw one, I couldn't really work it out what it was for, but yeah, that's perfect. I'm absolutely delighted with that. The drive is absolutely perfect. Even cut the wet grass pretty well as well really. So I'm going to clean this off a bit. I might just do a few bits on this. I might just I might service the carb, but I don't really see the need to be fair. There's just wants a bit of a clean up. I'll get an air filter for it, change the oil. I'll have a check of the blade underneath and I might sharpen that off. I'm not going to do too much with it because it's working exactly as it should. It starts, it idles. It's always a good sign when you start them up and it starts on choke. And all the cables, when you put them down to the correct setting, they actually notch in. There's like a little, you can feel it if you know what I mean. It directly stops. Even when you put it on idle, it does idle perfectly. Don't really want to be messing about with it too much. I'm going to make sure this is clean, tidy though, and it's in good working serviceable order for somebody. It's a good mower this. I'm going to start as I always do, just by cleaning the main grass off this. I've just been having to think about this as I cleaned it off. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to check the oil's the right level and have a look at the plug, which looks like a new one anyway. I'm going to wire brush off under the underside of it, and that's it. I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to just list this. This is in really good order. Everything looks really clean and tidy underneath. I suspect it might have been serviced recently as well, so the air filter looks completely like new. And everything else is right. All these cables are fine and everything. I'll be honest, I'm just going to clean this up and I'm going to list this on eBay, and I'm just going to take what I get for it. This is a cracking mower. Been honest about it. I could stand there and tell you it needs loads of do loads of repairs on it and things like that. There's absolutely no need. So I'm going to clean this up and I'm going to list this. I'm going to sell it. First of all, I'm just going to cable tie these on. This handle scissor bin. I hate this when people, what happens is they trap them in the handle, they fold the handle down with the cables in. These are like, £25 each. I'm going to cable tie those up to the handle so that can't happen again, and smarten that up a bit. And yeah, I'm going to list this. This is a cracking buy.